Thanks, Renata. A very good evening to all Indian youngsters and very good morning, bom dia of Brazil. I'm extremely happy to see the youngsters on the screen and my heartfelt gratitude to Beatrice, who is taking lead as a country head. Madam Maria is always on the screen as a real motivator, educator on the screen. Today's topic is communication. Once we say communication, communication of the language, communication of your body posture, communicating through different medium. So I'm taking first speaker as from India. Anjali, you have 3 to 5 minutes what communication is and how it gives benefit to all youngsters. Over to you, Anjali.
Very good evening to all the Indians present here and a very good morning to all the Brazilians. I welcome you all to this conference. And to begin with, I would just say that whatever I'm talking right now, whatever all of us are discussing, it's successful only if we are like good communicators. So communication is not just delivering your message, not just delivering your ideas. It is also about how you correlate your body language. I'll just take a very simple example. To begin with, let's just take a person who goes to a shop or a mart, and then we just go about asking like, where is this? Or like, let's just say you're asking for some stuff which is lying right in front of you, and like you're indicating towards something else. You're pointing towards something else. So this is a communication problem, like simple as that. Like, what you're saying is not exactly matching with your body language. As SK sir already announced that today we'll be talking about communication and body language. So that all these things are a vital part of communication. Communication comes in vital forms. And the basic difference, the basic meaning to begin with, which I understand from communication, is how you deliver your message. When we are students, we are supposed to talk to our teachers. When we become professionals, we're supposed to have email conversations, telephonic conversations. It's not just about talking in person. It is much more. Like, we are communicating. We are sitting in India. We Indians are sitting in India. You guys are sitting in Brazil. So it's not just simple, and it's not that small. This is very vital part of our life. A student might be very good in their career, in their student life, but unless they sit in placements and like deliver what they actually want to, what is there in their brain, your brain is useless unless you deliver it to the world. I hope you guys agree with that. I mean, if
Thank you.
SK sir, he has a lot of knowledge. He wouldn't, and he's not able to share. If Beatrice ma'am, she has a lot of knowledge and she's not
Thank you,
ready to
Anjali.
share.
I will tell you, communication is a very effective medium in life. Why? Once you go for any profession or career, your entire basics are, we say, selection is based on your talk, how you respond.
Correct.
Your knowledge is in the files. Your mark sheet remain a document for you. So I would love to take here, Lone, I think this is second session with you. If you can express yourself, I can see your pretty smile. How important communication is. Without communication, I think India and Brazil would have not been on the same screen.
So yes, it's my second meeting, and it's really nice to be here with you again. I'm really excited, and communication is kind of insane if you think of, like, we have completely different cultures, we have completely different lifestyles, and we are able to share our experiences. And I think most of communication is that sharing. We are able to understand, like, there's some kind of universal communication that we are able to understand, even if we didn't speak the same language.
Oh, excellent.
And
excellent.
And I think that's amazing. The part of the communication that I appreciate a lot is that we are able to share our experience and learn a lot. And as Anjali and Taf, it's not only about it's if you don't know how to share, if you don't know how to express yourself, it's kind of hard to talk with people. And there are a lot of many ways to communicate yourself that is not only about speaking. And body language, I think it's the most truly language and communication we can have, because it's something that goes from the deep of your mind. You're not controlling it. And
Excellent. I'm adding here because, while looking at the screen, I can say that everyone is communicating to each other without speaking. So it was rightly said by Laune, if even you will not speak, you will communicate. Should I take Joe here? He is a little serious. I want him to smile. What communication is, Joe?
Well, I have to agree with Luan. Communication, it's really important for us here. Oh,
My clear question to you, what is importance of communication in life?
in life, it's really important for you to express yourself with other people and to share knowledge. If you can communicate, you can express your knowledge to other people, you can learn from other people, because you don't only teach other people with your knowledge, you learn from them, you take what they give you. So it's really interesting, and it's really good we're all here. Like, we're all at very different parts of the world. It's like almost 5 p.m. in there, right? And here it's like almost 9 a.m. It's really different. Different time zones, and it's really good to be communicating. Yeah. Body language is also really important because it's, yeah.
So it's internal
unconscious.
energy. This is, I mean to say, it is internal energy which communicate without even talk. Hriday Sahi, young
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
young student of mine who has a big achievement in talks. So I would love to invite you what communication is and how important is for life.
Sir, I'll be agreeing with what has been said by my co-mates. But adding on to it, sir, I feel that by communication, it gives you an ease of expression. Like, you can have the depth of knowledge from throughout the world, but without good communication skills, without good understanding of communication skills, and without the ability to get it across the room, it is just waste. It is a wastage of time and efforts and resources. Sir, as I've done a lot of MUNs, I've attended a lot of conferences. So one thing which I've seen is that body language plays a very important role in communication. Body language is something you do subconsciously. You do not control it. You cannot control it. It is something which is like, I'm using my hand. I did not even realize it until I just saw it. So one thing which I've seen is that if there is a guy who has given an excellent speech with poor body language, and then there is a guy who has been giving an average speech with good body language, I'll definitely be preferring the guy with a better body language. Because with body language, you can either contradict your statements, you can suppress your statements, or you can make them stronger. So that is one thing which I've learned throughout my experiences. Along with that, sir, as I'm an army aspirant, so one thing which I've studied is that in the services selection board, what the assessors, they give a very important role to your body language. They see how you react to situations, what kind of posture are you sitting in. These are, sir, very minute and minor things which we do not observe or pay importance to. These are things which we do subconsciously, but in actual life, if we are looking into some aspects in which we are giving focus to effective communications, these are the things which play a very significant role. And also, sir, like what was said by Miss Laura, I guess, she said that we belong to different cultures, we belong to different cities. So what, just like adding on to that, sir, I completely agree. We speak different languages. We come from different cultures. We eat different food. But sir, what I believe is that with the sense of expression and we all share the same heartbeat. We
Oh,
all share
wonderful.
this.
I think, Hida, you have taken my heart felt feeling, because this forum aim and objective is connecting head to heart. We have lots of feeling within us. We are human being. Nature is same, air is same, water is same, blood is same. Just because of few lines, even these lines are abstract, which we cannot see. This is just imagination. Brazil and India is on earth only. Sun is one, moon is one. So heart feeling connects. Body language plays a very, very important role. So I have two juniors on the screen. One is Junior Maria and second is Junior Beatrice. This is the beauty of a screen today. So I would love to take Maria, you on the screen. What communication is for you?
Hello. So communication for me is everything, because if we stop to think about how we share knowledge, how we know people, different peoples, how we do everything is from the communication. We can do nothing without communication. So communication is one of the principal things in our lives. And another thing is that I like about communication, especially when we are in this kind of meetings, that we can know about other cultures, about other thoughts of people about the same subject, and about like knowing different people that maybe in the future will be our friends and we are like new family from the heart. So that's why I think about
Excellent,
communication.
excellent. Maria has touched a point which is really, really exchange of culture, exchange of ideas, faith, belief. Culture is one unique thing which we get from our parents, our society, wherever we are born. And once we travel from one place to another place, culture become a medium of joy and a different kind of experience. For example, if all Brazil students, those who are on screen, they come to India, or the student from India visit to Brazil, they will have a different kind of excitement of knowing each other, talking each other. So Junior Beatrice on the screen, Senior Beatrice is a head of GEL Brazil, who is the architect of such program. Beatrice, I would love to know really what kind of idea you keep about communication. Beatrice.
I think that communication is very, very important, because how we live in a society, we need to talk, we need to express ourselves with the other peoples. So it's so important to communicate it and have a conversation with other people. And yeah, the human people need to talk, need to speak. So the body communication is so important too, because with if you travel to another country, if you can talk the language, you can say the language, you could talk with the people doing the body expression. So it's so important.
Oh,
Yeah, you need
so
to communicate to live. So
good, good. So your smile is communication. If everybody is smiling on the screen, that become a communication. I have a great lady, Wilma ma'am. She is on the screen, who has dedicated entire time in communication, and I'm extremely happy to see you on the screen. What is your comment? Body language of all: Laune, Anjali, Hriday, Joe, Beatrice, Maria.
Good morning. It's a great pleasure when you can see your students communicating, and then you see that it's that all the hard work is worth it, and it's the best sensation for a teacher because we've been working. I've been working with these students for a long time, and I'm so happy that I could teach them how to communicate. They are communicating. They are understanding. They are able to understand and to be understood, and it's the best thing for a teacher. And for sure, teaching them how to communicate is the most important thing. It's not just by teaching them how to write or to read. You have to teach them how to communicate. Otherwise, this would not be able, it would not be possible for them being here communicating. I'm so proud of them. Congratulations, my dear students. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think your positive energy, your hard work and dedication. And indeed, this is the real creation of Beatriz President Gel, Brazil, who is taking this initiative to connect students. Now, my last question to each one of you, what is your dream if you get a chance to visit India? This is question to the Brazil students. What you would like to know about India? And for India students, if you get a chance to visit Brazil, I would love to know your query, your question, and your knowledge. I'm repeating my question once again. Your knowledge about Brazil, this question is to Indians, and your knowledge about India, students of Brazil. What kind of a special thing you have? What do you think this is something unique in my country which I can share with others? So let me hear, Anjali. What is special in India which you would like to share with Brazilian students?
Well, to begin with, I would just like to say that India is a very good host. I mean, we believe in Atithi Devo Bhava. So if you guys ever come to India, we'll be more than happy to welcome you. I'll take you to places, take you to take you to places which depicts the true picture of India, and I'll be like more than happy to have you guys here.
Chalo, fantastic. Too good.
Okay, one more thing. Atithi Deva Bhava means we believe that our guests are our gods, so we treat them accordingly.
Oh, fantastic. So Anjali is inviting all of you in India. Let me hear Hriday.
Definitely.
Hriday, what you would like to offer as an Indian?
Sir, as an Indian, I guess I can act as a pretty good tour guide. Along with that, sir, I can give you, like we all know that India has a depth of cultures, a different, very cultural environment. So I think I can not completely, even if it takes me years, I cannot completely explain the depth and the culture of India, but I can at least try. I can take them to places. I can give them the speciality of the street food of India. I can show them around this.
Great.
I can show them around the world, which has been a bit unknown about India. The things which are lesser known, the eastern side of our country, the southern unexplored areas of the country, and I just hope that I get this opportunity to fulfill these promises.
You will get. Laune, I would love to hear from you if you get a chance to invite these two Indian students in Brazil. What you would like to show them? What you would like to tell about Brazil?
Probably I would like to share more about how we really live here, because Brazil is kind of known because of the parties, the beaches, but like this is not how we really live. And the way we really live is what I think is the most beautiful here in Brazil. So I would love to teach you this.
You will take them to the beaches and the life of the Brazil. Fine. Joe, what you would like to show them if they get a chance to visit Brazil?
I think, I'm sorry. I think if they were to come to Brazil, I would show them other parts of Brazil, because in the media, Brazil is only known for like São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. So we have to show, and Brazil is much bigger than just that, And I think we would have to show other parts in Brazil and other parts of our culture, And yeah, I think that, food, perfect too.
Acha, okay. One will take to the beaches, second one will show food. Beatrice, what you would like to offer to the Indian students?
So we have a lot of things here in Brazil to do, and I think that you would like to experience the food
Okay.
and travel around the Brazil because we are a very long country, so we have a lot of beautiful places to know here.
Okay.
So yeah,
Fantastic.
food, parties, we have a lot
Parties,
of
okay,
fantastic
okay, parties. So
here.
parties complete,
Yeah.
the visit. Maria, what you would like to show them, offer them, if the Indian visit to you?
So Brazil is a really big country, and I would like to everyone see all the parts of Brazil, like same thing that the other guys said. And the food, for me, food is the principal thing in our lives. And the food of Brazil is really different, in my opinion, if we compare with all the other cultures. Every
Okay.
culture have a different food. In Brazil, some foods can explain the history of Brazil, like why
Okay.
this food was created, like from who created that. And this is a thing that we in our daily lives we don't stop to think, but I think it's nice people of different countries know about.
Okay.
And the
So I
beaches
think
as well.
Indian
Very
students
beautiful.
get ready to visit Brazil, and Brazil students get ready to visit India. This become joint. Now this is a chance to have one question from one country to another country. So first chance will go to India. Anjali, what you want to know about Brazil? Students of Brazil can answer you.
Okay, so in general, I would love to know about your culture, but like specifically, what I would love to ask is tell me the top 5 places you would recommend anyone to go in Brazil whenever someone visits your place.
Joe is smiling. 5 places. Who is going to answer? 5 places to visit in Brazil.
Yeah, just an add-on, and these shouldn't be the places I should be finding or like I'm able to find on Google. Like the unexplored places, probably they're not famous for it.
Okay. Who is going to answer this? Lana,
So
yes.
I have one place.
Yeah, please, please, please.
I have one place, but I never went there, but that I saw on pictures or something like that, and people that go there and tell me. Fernando de Noronha is a really beautiful place. Is when you search about Brazil, normally the first 2 places appears in Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo, but Fernando de Noronha, in my opinion, is a beautiful place and people should know. Like it's a beach and a really beautiful one. Like Brazil has a lot of beaches, but I think the one of the principles that everyone wants to know is there. It's like this part of Brazil, this region. Yes.
Great.
This is one.
Hirday, any specific question at your end? What you would like to know about Brazil, since Brazil students are on the screen?
Sir, I'm a huge foodie, so and my concern every time I visit a new place is to just taste their culture. So, what are some of the dishes which these Brazilian students can recommend me so I can try them out?
Good, good. Food of the Brazil. Who is going to answer this question?
Okay, I will. So I will recommend you 2 completely different foods here that are from the opposite parts of the country. So if you want to experience the soul of Brazil, you need to try a thing called entrevero, which it's basically, it's made with a seed and a lot of meat, and it's really good. It takes a lot of time to do it, but it's completely worth it. And from the north, you need to try a thing called acarajé. If you like see a food, it will be a good experience.
Okay, great. Beatrice, what do you want to know about India?
Wow, how our culture is so different. I would love know much about the culture because I love the different cultures. We have a culture here in Brazil, and you have a very different culture there. So I love know more about the culture and about the food too, and about the places that you can go there. So yeah.
Hirday, if you have to define culture of India,
Sir, I'll say it is just too deep. Even as an Indian, and I've spent 21 years in India, and I still feel I'm not even near half the cultures that I've explored, and I don't think in this lifetime I can, because India is just too rich culturally. But just if we do have the pleasure of having these guests, so I'll just try on my bit that I can show them around, show them different cultures, the farms of Punjab and the mountains of Kashmir and the waterfalls of Sikkim. So I'll just try whatever I can if I get the opportunity.
oh, great. Let me brief little bit. India has a different state. Some states are nearby seaside, like Tamil Nadu and Kerala. They have a beaches and all. Some part of India has a complete desert, like Rajasthan. Some part of India has a complete fertile land, like Haryana and Punjab. Capital of India is already Delhi, is a populated city, buildings, and the another beautiful city or state is Maharashtra, Mumbai, which has a seaside and lots of towers and buildings. So these different state, 28 plus, has a different 28 culture, and more than culture, they have a different language. English become a common language. We have a language like Gujarati in Gujarat, Marathi in Maharashtra, Punjabi in Punjab, Haryanvi in Haryana, Bhojpuri in Bihar. So there is a lot of language, a lot of culture in India. So if you talk about culture, it is really, really very rich, and it is ancient. If I talk about my Indian city called Varanasi and Kasi, it is being said architecture of Kasi is more than 5,000 old. Once people were thinking about the faith, belief, music, altogether it is completely satisfaction of the soul. That is not religious, but culture gives you inner core happiness, satisfaction. You feel good about it. Either it is in Brazil or it is in India. I think Maria is waiting for her time. This was a question from Maria. What you would like to ask to the Indian students?
So one thing that if I would to India, what city or what region I have to visit? Like
Okay.
that it's principal to I know, to I see,
Okay.
something like that.
So you want to know the places? Anjali, can you answer this?
Okay. What kind of person are you? Are you a mountain person or a beach person?
Oh, this is a hard question because I like go to the beach, but I never went to like mountains to see. So
Okay, so I would suggest you the northern region of India because, as sir explained, we have different cities in India, different states belonging to different parts. So let's just say half of it is deserted, half of it is South India, which is next to coastline, and then the northern part of India is like it has a lot of mountains and other things. So if you are a mountain person, I would recommend you to go to the northern part of India, go to Kashmir, go to Leh, Ladakh. Srinagar, I mean, Dad has been to Srinagar, so he can explain the beauty of that
And
place.
Hriday will host you. Hriday is
Yeah,
in northern part
North.
of India. He is in JNK. So Leh and Ladakh, Srinagar is nearby him. Beatrice and Joe, what question you have?
I
Joe.
think I'm also a foodie, so I would like to know a great recipe or like the best food you have, like for me to experiment, to try it.
Hriday, answer.
Oh yeah, basically, I think you should really try the street food of India. It's simple and it is just so rich in taste and all that. But I personally love the street food over any.
Name few foods.
Uh, you can try the dosa of India. It is a South Indian dish, but I just love it. You can try the butter chicken, and it is quite famous. Butter chicken is quite famous. Along with that, the vada pav. In Jammu, the Kaladi kulcha is quite famous. The pani puri is quite famous. So these are some of the things I think you must try. But in a bit more mainstream things like butter chicken, the chicken tikka, and the mixed vegetable and paneer makhni. These are some things which are quite mainstream, and I would definitely recommend you to try
Great.
them.
Beatrice, any special question at your end? And Lone, it is your last question. What you would like to know about India?
I love music, and
Okay.
I'd love what Indian music I should listen.
Okay. Anjali, answer her question. Which music you want to offer?
Yeah, so in India, we have different states producing their own kind of, so like different cultures, according to them, they produce their own movies and like music accordingly. But you can like broadly divide it into two categories. One is Bollywood and one is the classical music. And classical music is more like beats and Bollywood is more about lyrics.
Chalo,
This is
that's
the
great.
basic difference,
So
but then there are
get ready
exceptions.
to have a classical music and as well as a Bollywood music. Lone, any question?
I would love to know what's the favorite part of the Indian culture that you think people should pay more attention when they go to there and have the experience. They most of the times they didn't pay that much attention that you think they need to appreciate more.
Wonderful question. Hriday or Anjali, who is going to answer this? Very good question. People pay less attention.
So
About
I
India.
think I'll go ahead. I
Hmm.
think I'll go ahead. So
Yeah.
the most we're talking about the northeastern state of our country. They're usually less explored, like Assam, Mizoram. These areas are pretty much less explored by the tourists. They are pretty much more centric towards Delhi, Agra, Maharashtra. These areas are pretty much left unexplored. So I think people should go visit these things. Like they are beauty. They are like pearl to the eye. Also, I would really recommend people to start visiting Kashmir, Leh, Ladakh. These places, the destination, more than the destination, the path, the journey is so beautiful towards Leh and Ladakh. And even in Kashmir, it is called as the heaven on earth. Like the mountains, the lakes, the
That's really
gardens.
great.
That is just in the recent few years that the tourism department has gone a bit slow in these regions. But to anyone, I would just recommend them to come, give it a visit, and
Thank
trust me, you
you.
won't regret
Thank
this.
you, Hriday. Thank you, Hriday. My watch is not allowing me to exit this program. So over to you, Beatrice, your remark, your comment. President, Global Edu-Leader Forum, Brazil.
Okay, thank you, God, first for the gift of communication and the technology that give us this today. Thanks to Global Edu-Leaders Forum, especially founder, Mr. SK, and all the speakers and panelists of today. And mainly, I would like to thank Wilma for bringing her students that were so important in this session today. Effective communication is communication that achieves your goals clearly, accurately, and using as few as resources as possible, including the time. There is an issue that, in my point of view, needs to be studied with emphasis on communication issues, especially when a person stops communicating. When a person does this, something is going wrong. Feedback, whether positive or negative, is very important. And so for communication to be effective, is necessary to ensure that it generates empathy and identification with the interlocutor.